How's it going out there, YouTube land and all subsequent social media lands? Welcome to an all-new video. This video we're going to be reviewing a new movie that just came out last Friday. It's the third film in a great trilogy of films that is based and part of a great ensemble series of films that started back in '76. We're going to get right into it. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so to miss this video and the other videos I put up. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the great places. I pretty much post on a regular basis, so definitely check those out. As always, people, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all-new video. So like I was saying before, we're going to be doing a movie review of a new film that just came out last Friday. And like I said, is a sequel in a great trilogy of new films called Creed 3. Oh yeah, Creed 3. Yeah, Creed 3. Yeah. So I went and saw this last Friday, and is a really great film that I was really surprised at how good it was for a first-time director. And also at the same time, I was really glad how they expanded on the characterizations and the characters and the storyline itself and, you know, made it kind of its own little offshoot in this amazing trilogy of films. Now, of course, this film happens to be directed, and by its first time directing debut, actually, this is his first time directing a film. He actually stars as a star in the film as well, known as Mr. Michael B. Jordan. Oh yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Woo, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. So yeah, Michael B. Jordan actually directed this film. This is his directorial debut, and also starring in it as well. And I thought he did a really decent job. And I was really surprised at how good of an eye he had for bringing, you know, this next part of this great trilogy of films together. And I was blown away with how, you know, he knew what to do, to give us, and how to keep it very similar to the previous two films. And I enjoyed that he put his own little flair into the film as well, and gave us a really solid kind of interesting take on his, you know, personal point of view of where to bring the Creed series to. Now, of course, if you're a Michael B. Jordan fan, if you haven't seen something like Creed 3 yet, or you haven't seen the other Creeds, another great film that he was in that you should definitely check out of his is a great film that came out in 2012 called Chronicle. Yeah, Chronicle. Yeah, this is a really solid film, and he actually stars in it. And basically, it's about everyday average people that end up getting superpowers somehow. And basically, the film is like a found footage type of deal, but it's done in a really good way that doesn't, you know, isn't annoying or like all over the place. It's actually pretty steady cam for a found footage type of film, and I thought that they did a really good job. And I really enjoyed what Michael B. Jordan brought to the character and what he brought to the film, and he was a great addition to those, you know, that other ensemble cast of Dan DeHaan in it, and the other few people that were in the film, and just made it a really solid kind of like sci-fi, superhero, kind of, you know, thriller type of suspense film that just was really solid. If you haven't seen Michael B. Jordan anything else, definitely check him out on Chronicle. He did a really good job. And for his performance as Creed, Adonis Creed, I thought he did a great job of, you know, balancing his acting and his directing in this film. I really enjoyed what he brought to the character. I like how he advanced him. I like how, you know, he kept it very, you know, consistent to how he was in the first two films, but he did grow and he did change, and I did appreciate that, you know, Michael did that and gave us this really solid performance that I thought was really well done, and I think one of his best actings to date. I think that between Chronicle and the Creed film series, these are his best acting, debuts and acting, characterizations that he's done that I just think are really well done. And I thought he did a really good job. If you haven't seen Michael B. Jordan in anything or his directorial debut, definitely go check out Creed 3 in theaters now. Really superb film. So that brings me to the next actress I like to talk about that's in this film. And that is none other than Creed's wife in the film series, known as Tessa Thompson. Oh yeah, Tessa Thompson, woo, Tessa Thompson, woo, Tessa Thompson. Tessa Thompson. Really fine actress. She is really good. I really like her, and I think she always brings lots of fun to her different characters. And I've enjoyed her since the first time I saw her, of course, in Ragnarok. And, she's done a few other things over the years. She was in Creed 1, she was in Creed 2 as well. And I always enjoyed her and think that she always brings an interesting take to her characters. But her characters tend to always be very similar, though. And so I think that that's another thing that, I feel whenever you see her or anything, she seems pretty similar. But overall, I think she does a good job. Now, another film she was in that I think you should definitely check out that she was really fantastic in, and that, of course, is the amazing Marvel film known as Thor, Love and Thunder! Oh yeah, Thor, Love and Thunder, woo! Thor, Love and Thunder, yeah! Oh my gosh, I really enjoyed her in Thor, Love and Thunder. I thought she did a really good job. I loved her being King Valkyrie. I enjoyed her presence in the film. I enjoyed her interactions with Natalie Portman and Thor himself and the different characters and so forth. And I just really enjoyed what she brought to the character and gave us this really solid kind of interesting rendition of, how she's changed and how she's grown since Thor Ragnarok, and how, how being a king has changed her, and how she is, trying to keep the people together. At the same time, she's still trying to be herself. And I thought that Tessa did a really good job of bringing that to life and giving a really solid performance in Thor, Love and Thunder. If you haven't seen her in anything else, definitely check out Tessa in Thor, Love and Thunder. She was actually really good in it. But overall, I thought she did a good job in Creed 3. I enjoyed her presence. I enjoyed her evolution and growth in the film series and how she's changed from the two versions of her in the first two Creed films. And how, she's dealing with, having a family, having a child, being married to, Adonis Creed, and kind of dealing with his situation and her dealing with her own situation. And I thought that she just did a really good rounded job bringing that to life in this film. If you haven't seen her in anything, definitely go check out Tessa Thompson in Creed 3. She was actually pretty decent. So that brings me to the next actor, or final actor I like to talk about that was in this film. And that is none other than the kind of the main antagonist, kind of best friend slash kind of, character in this film. And that is Mr. Jonathan Majors! Oh yeah, Jonathan Majors, woo! Jonathan Majors, yeah! Oh my god, Jonathan Majors rocks. He is so amazing. Everything this man touches is gold. He is so awesome. Absolutely love Jonathan Majors. And he is just such an amazing character. Such an awesome actor. Just brings to life so many great characters. And just gives us really solid performances. Now, when it comes to his performance as the character he is in Creed, I really enjoyed the difference he brought to the character and how he definitely differentiated himself from Creed himself, but also at the same time, he differentiated himself from other roles he's played as well. And it really showed it that he has a great knowledge of how to present himself and give these really solid performances, and he brought that to this character. And I really enjoyed him being kind of like, the sore person that, thought that, basically, Adonis, didn't like him anymore, didn't care about him, and then, end up finding out that, there's a lot more to it than he knew. At the same time, he grows throughout the film himself, and I just think that it was a really great evolution, and Jonathan did a great job of bringing that to life. Now, another great film, if you haven't seen it in theaters yet, that Mr. Jonathan Majors was recently in, and it's just a really fantastic film, is none other than the third film in a great Marvel series where he plays the main bad guy as well. And that, of course, is the film called Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. Oh yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Oh yeah. Oh my god, if you have not seen him as Kang the Conqueror, you have not seen anything yet. This is by far his best role to date. He was so amazing in the film. He truly embodies Kang to the T. And Jonathan was just so amazing in that freaking film. He was so superb. And I just absolutely enjoyed him as Kang. I thought he brought a lot of greatness to Kang and gave us a really solid, interesting performance of who Kang is and kind of what we're dealing with and how this new big nemesis of, the awesome Marvel, universe is coming, and how he's going to be this huge antagonist in the upcoming films. And I just can't wait to see what he brings more to this character. But in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, he just was perfection. Absolutely loved him, love his interactions with everyone in the film, and Jonathan just did an amazing job of bringing that character to life. If you have not seen Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania yet for Jonathan's performance as Kang, definitely go check it out in theaters now. He was absolutely perfection and superb in it. But like I was saying, I really enjoyed him in Creed 3. I think he was a great addition to this film, and I can't wait to see him again in this because it was just a really solid film. If you haven't seen Jonathan Majors in anything else as well, if you haven't seen him in Ant-Man yet, even if you haven't seen him in that or any of his other films, definitely go check out Creed 3 now for his performance. He was amazing in it. So what is the premise of Creed 3? This time around in Creed 3, basically Creed ends up coming in contact with this boy he grew up with in the group home that has just gotten into jail, and basically he wants a shot at being a boxing champion again, and Creed gives him that opportunity, but basically ends up backfiring on Creed, and then he ends up having to fight him himself to basically prove himself and to kind of help fix this broken relationship that him and Jonathan Majors' character has, and kind of, save the day and have another Rocky type of moment. It's a really amazing film, really well done, great directorial debut, a nice, great addition to the Creed series and sequels, and just an all-around, just a fantastic film that I really enjoyed. Giant 10 golden movie boxes up. Can't wait to add this to collection. Can't wait to see it again. It's just a really superb film with lots of great sequences. I mean, yeah, most definitely there are areas where they could have built up better to certain scenes, but at the same time, they did a really good job still editing and bringing a very fluid story to life. And some of the sequences where it shows, Jonathan Majors and, Michael B. Jordan interacting were really amazing. The boxing sequences were amazing. The prepping for the final battle was amazing. And all this kind of stuff was just really well done and great done. Just amazingly done. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check it out in theaters now. Fantastic film, really well done. All around, a superb film. So that's it for this movie review, guys. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, also thank you for subscribing. And if this is your first time here, or you have been here before, don't forget to check out any older new videos you might not have seen yet. As always, people, if you want to show support for the channel, definitely check out my links down below, either from my great Patreon page, where you get all kinds of extra accoutrement you don't get here on my YouTube channel by being a subscriber to my Patreon. You get all kinds of cool stuff. You get outtakes, bloopers, chances to get merch, sweepstakes, all that kind of cool stuff. So definitely check that out. And also, people, if you're a huge horror movie fan, definitely check out my horror pack link as well for a great horror pack box where you can get great horror movies to your door every month for a great low price. So definitely check that out too. As always, people, catch you in the next one.